Welcome back once again to this channel. I am Alvin from NettPortal, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to add your router to our system. If this is your first time watching any of our videos, NettPortal is an ISP billing and management system that helps you automate your business. It collects your payment for you, manage your users, and almost all of the things. So to get started with everything, you will need to add your router. Currently we support only MikroTik router, but we are looking forward to add more in the future. And also we have this provisioning video already, but it's kind of outdated. We've made so many updates on the system, so we decided to make a new one so you can see what's new. So before we get to everything, let me show you how to start the setup by showing you the hardware. This is my MikroTik device. I have this one for testing. This is a small one, and you can use this to set up your business and other stuff. And I have this one too, which is recommended, which is the L009. It's very powerful. It has the RAM of 512. It's good. We have higher ones, which you can also buy. It's good if you have a large number of people, you go for a higher CPU and all that stuff. So, yeah, so to get started, you need to hook your ISP to the NettPortal, the router, the PoE in, which is the port 1, like this one, the first port, which in this case would be here, the PoE in. You see, you put your ISP in the first one, and then the second, if it's first time, the second will be plugged into your PC or your machine, your laptop. So when you get all this setup done, then you can start doing the rest on the NettPortal system. So let's get to the PC. So when you get to the PC like this, you just come to this page, which is the routers here. So you can see, get started by adding your first MikroTik router. So you click on add your first router. You add a name. It can be any name, the name of the place or any building or anyhow. So in this case, I'll be doing home router. And when you come to the router type, you have existing and you have new router. So the existing is those with the already users and already configured routers, and they just want to switch to NettPortal. You can just use the existing router. You just have to enter your DNS name here, and then you can continue the exact DNS name you used when you were configuring your existing router. But we'll be using the new one in this case. So we click on the new, and then we come to the DNS name. So the DNS name, I'll be using home router.net. It could be .wi-fi, every single thing you want, but not .com. Do not use the .com. So the next will be the authentication mode, right? We have the local authentication mode, which the router will be taking care of the authentication, the MikroTik router. And we have the radius mode, which is recommended, which is the one on the system. So in this radius mode, NettPortal will be taking care of all the authentication, like you'll be telling your router to connect this person, remove this person, and all that stuff. And we have the service configuration, right? We have the hotspot and the PPPoE, right? So if you want to use the hotspot alone, you disable this one. If you want to use both of them, you enable both of them. You can use only one, and both of them can be done on the same device. You don't need different devices for the two of them, even though you can use two devices, but you can use one too if you want. So we have the hotspot IP address. You can just, if you don't know how to configure this one, you can just click on the use default. If you know how to, you can do it anyhow you want, but make sure you know so you don't break your system. So you click on the next, and then it brings you to the next step. So with NettPortal, it configures every single thing for you. So let's go to the MikroTik Winbox. So this is a fresh router, a very fresh router. I just resetted it just for this video. So so like this, when you come to the router, you see nothing. This router is very fresh. We don't even have the DHCP client set and everything. Everything is totally empty. So you you open the terminal. So this is the terminal. You click on the new terminal and you open it. So when this router is new, when you have a new router which have not been configured before, like straight out from box, you first have to run this device mode tape, or else it will fail. The configuration will fail. It's very important. You have to write. You just copy and you paste it here and you click on the enter. Then after that, let me show you. You come to your router like this, and then you just remove this. You remove it, and then for like 2 seconds or something, you just put it back inside and you wait for it to boot like that. So let me show you. So we click on it, you see, and then we take this one off, the power cable, we take it off like this, and then we put it back inside and you wait for it to boot, right? So after it boots, you will get a page to it will bring you to the Winbox login page where you have to log in again. So let's wait till it comes. Let me enter my password already. So the router is booting. So you just come and you copy after we've pasted this one, you come and copy the provisional command like this and you log in again, right? So you enter your password, you log in. So here you don't have to set anything up. You don't need to set your DHCP or any single thing. You just come to the terminal like this, you click on the terminal, and then you paste the command, you copy it, and then you click on the enter, and NettPortal will do the magic. So with this, it will set your DHCP client, it will set the bridges, every single thing you need. It needs to be done. So NettPortal also takes away the boring works you have to always do and do and do. All right, you just enter, you just paste the command and you click on the enter, and it just start working. So you wait, they might take like 30 seconds or something to be fully configured for you. So you can see it doing the PPPoE and all every single thing needed. So you can see the bridges and everything is done. So once it's done like this, you see it successfully. So you go here and you see your router is connected to NettPortal. So just like this, and we are done. So when after the provisioning or connecting your NettPortal, your router to the NettPortal, the next thing you have to do is to configure your captive portal. So with that, you come to this, you click on view, then view more, and then you just come to the captive portal. So NettPortal has a very dynamic this one captive portal. Like, it's very flexible. Sorry, you can just do whatever you want here. You can choose from all these templates. It's very simple. You can just upload your images at the background and all that stuff. So I always go with this one, but I'll show you some samples, don't worry. So I go with this one, and then after that you can come to the settings. So you can click on the enable buy voucher, which is for the online users. So with NettPortal, you can just print out vouchers for people. Those who will not be buying it online, they will just be buying it, the voucher cards from your agents or your resellers or anything. So you just generate voucher for them. You will come to that in this same video. But when you want to sell online, you have to turn this one on, right? So we will talk about that more later. So let's disable that one. So you have code only login, where you see the users will not have to enter the password and voucher. You can choose to keep it like this, or you can choose to use the code only, where they'll just enter one code and they'll be done. You can show your contacts, right? So you can enter any number here and it will show. I don't like showing it, but people shows it. So you can also disable the logo or add it, upload your own logo to the system, and everything will be done like that. So when you are done with here, you just click on the save template like this, and you click on the push router. So this might take like 1 minute or so, depending on how speed or fast your router is. And without wasting much time, let me show you one other settings you would have to. So you come to the router like this, router page like this. So the captive portal is working here. This is a new tab. So you click on settings and you select the router. You come to the advanced. So when you come to the advanced, you just select the disable hotspot sharing. So when you disable this one, people who are using your Wi-Fi cannot share their hotspot to other people's to use it, right? Because that will go against you. So you just click on the disable anti-hotspot sharing and you click on the apply and it gets applied on your system. Just as simple as this. So the captive portal is still pushing. So all these are settings you can like be playing with, but I don't recommend you touching what you don't know how it works. So just leave it like this to the default and everything will work perfectly for you, unless you are very advanced and you want some specific stuff, right? Yes. So let's check. Yes, so the captive portal is fully configured. So we will go and check that later on. So after you are done, you first have to set your profile, right, to get started with everything. Or we can use the default one, which is very cool by me. I always use the default one. It doesn't mess anything up. But you can create your own one. So let's say profile 1, right? And you select the routers. In case you were having like 3 or 4 routers, you can click on the select all and it will be applied very well. So here is the rate limit, which is the upload and download speed. If you want to configure that for your users, you can leave it empty and they will be uncapped. So let's say we have to get here 10 M. It has to be exactly the same, 10 M and 5 M. So if you want it to be like 10 megabytes up, the first one is up and the second one, the first one is down and the second one is up, right? So we can do 10 megabytes up, 10 megabytes down. So which is the upload and downloads. So the shared users, you can set it to anyhow you want. If you want 2 users to be using, if you want 1 user to be using, you can set. So you can set multiple profiles with multiple number of shared users you want, right? Some can be 3 users and some can be 2 users and some can be like 1 user or anyhow you want. So this one, I recommend you just leave it empty, right? In case you know how it works. So you click on, when you come to the address pool, you just select the hotspots pool like this one, you leave it like that. And this one to mark time cookie, you just leave it like that as well. So you come to the create and you are done. You do not need to be creating so many voucher profiles with each price and their gigabytes. No, it doesn't work like that. You only create multiple ones if you want them to be some to be used by 2 devices or 3 devices. So assuming I wanted 1 to be used by 2 devices, so I'll count maybe 2 devices. The other one was 1, right? So I just come, I set this, I'll leave this on cap for the video purposes. So hotspots always. So we are done. So this one is 1 device and this one is 2 devices. You don't need to be creating each package's name with the voucher. No, it doesn't work like that. So you come to, after that you come to the voucher, right? You come to the voucher. This is where you'll be generating vouchers for the agents or your customers if you are not selling online. So let's click on the generate voucher and generate some so we can see. So with this, you select router, right? You select a router, and then selecting the router, you can use that to track, right? For the payment, if you want to track that, oh, this payment is coming from this router, this payment is coming from this router, even though they can be logged in on all your stations. Assuming you're having like multiple stations, all of them can be logged in with this one single vouchers you'll be creating. So if you don't want to allow that, you just disable this one. So I want to allow that. So we will talk about the agents, generate from package. We'll talk about the packages. So this one makes you generate voucher straight from packages, so you don't have to be setting all this stuff. So we don't have any packages, so we can't use that yet. So you come to the voucher code configuration. So we have the number of vouchers. It's maximum with 500. So if you want to generate like 1,000 vouchers, you just have to generate the first 500. After that, you just click generate again. You just click generate again. With NettPortal, we don't save the users on your MikroTik router. Everything is in our database, so you can generate as many vouchers as you want. So we come to the code format. It can be uppercase, lowercase, mixed, small letters and numbers, and numbers only, right? I'll just go with this one. So this one, use custom code in case you want a friend, right? In case you want a friend to be using a code, like I'm using the code. So let's say I have a friend or a family member which I want them to be using, or let's say the person who is taking care of my business, I want them to be using it for free or unlimited. I'll just enter their name here, right? So maybe like e-name or something, and when they enter the e-name, they will get every settings you give for them here. So I want to be generating the bulk one. So let's say if I want these vouchers to be used by 2 devices, I'll just select the 2 device profile. If 1 device, I'll just select the 1 device profile, and that's how it works. So the voucher limit, we have time limits and we have data limits, right? So it works in 2. It can be both or one of them. So let's say we want to give 2 days for 2 gig, right? So that means if the person finished using the 2 gig before 2 days, it will cut the person. Or if the person is not able to use all the 2 gig before the 2 days ends, it will also cut the person, right? So you can do, if I leave here empty, that means the person will get unlimited internet for 2 days, right? If I leave here empty and enter 5 here, that means the person is getting 5 gigabytes with no time limit. That means he can go and come back and use it in 5 years time. You see, yeah, that's how it works. So let's do 2 gig for 5 gig for 2 days. And this is the speed. If you want to override the speed we did on the profile, you can set it up here and it will override. If you don't want to override, you just leave it like that. So let's say the 2 gig, I'm selling it for 5 Ghana cedis. Yes. So after that, you just click the voucher, this one, I'm just setting it to 10. The voucher number, I'm setting it to 10. So that means it will be generating 10 vouchers for me. So you just click here and you watch it generate for you. So after that, you can click on the print and you download this and you can just print it out for your customers. You just cut them for your customers like that. So without wasting much time, let me show you how it works on the phone, how the login everything works. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Wi-Fi. This is my Wi-Fi name, so you can see. So the captive portal opens like this, but let me show you something. Let's go to the routers. Wait, where is the routers? And we go to the captive portal. So in case you don't like this design, right? You can see you don't like this design and you want another template. We even have animated ones like this, right? You can see we have animated one. The name is not showing because of the colors. Let me show you. We have heading color. You can choose white like this. And you click on save templates. And when you refresh, okay, let's go back and come back again. Use without internet. Okay. So you see the exact changes we made, right? So that's how this thing works. So let's get to the old one we were having. That is more simple. So we generated some vouchers. So let's try logging in and see. So here we had only 1 voucher code, right? So we don't have to enter the password to PWRZFG. So when we click on the login, you see it logs your user in as simple as this. You click on done and the user is connected just like that, right? So the user can browse and do everything he wants and it will work perfectly. So you can see we have the voucher that was logged in. It's in use now. So as soon as the person finished using the limit we gave, it will cut the person off from the system. So when you come here, you can see that the 5 Ghana cedis was recorded. So We record your payment and every single thing for you very well. You come to the payment here, we have an in-depth analysis. We can trace with date, filters, and every single thing you want with routers and all that stuff, right? So that was all for today's video. In the next video, I'll be talking about the packages and the other stuff, right? So thank you for watching this video. If this is your first time, please make sure to subscribe, and if you are having any issue or any question or problems, or you want to understand something, you go to our website www.nettportal.com, and then you can pick up our customer support number, and then you can give us a call or hit up on WhatsApp, and your questions will be answered. Or you can drop your questions or comments and it will be answered. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.